Hello and welcome to the Lighthouse. This is going to be a reading for water signs for the rest of the month. I have already had these cards out here for a couple of days because I laid them out after I did the earth sign reading. And if you've watched my most recent upload, the Say It with the Song video, I kind of explain what happened with the earth sign reading. So I'm going to do this a little different for the rest of the signs, simply because I feel like it's probably better to break them all up. But I'm going to have the same intro for all of them because this was an overview message for all of the signs for the month. So I'm going to keep it being the overview for all the signs, but I am going to put again them separately because I feel it makes probably more sense. Um, so you will see the same message repeating again in all three if you watch all three, or to explain why there's going to be a cut after I read these. So let us begin here with the reality check that perhaps some of us are coming into now or have come into in the past, lessons that we've learned already and that we're needing to apply now in our lives. We have hungry hearts will settle for crumbs. We all eat lies when our hearts are hungry. This is why it's so important to heal before you deal. When you are lonely, have low self-esteem, abandonment issues, fears of being alone, etc., it can set you up to be taken advantage of, especially by emotional manipulators and narcissists. Indeed. Love yourself first and don't settle for less. The answer is simple. So again, a lesson we've probably learned, or again, needing to learn, um, you know, yeah. And on to the next. Yeah. Blessed. So perhaps now we're having some good things come our way, better things come our way in regards to individuals, situations, because we are different and we have changed. Um, and also having gratitude that we're blessed in the way where we're not dealing with this shit anymore. These people or these situations, whatever it is that left us in that feeling of the beggar in the Six of Pentacles, right? And then we also have breathe. So let us see what these are here. Blessed. Essential meanings, something wonderful that is unearned and unexpected. Grace, that is an unforeseen gift from Spirit. The Oracle's message, there are moments in life when, out of the blue, it seems that everything has been orchestrated by divine intervention. You feel blessed in ways that are difficult to express. It's all as if the Red Sea parts in front of you and events come together to banish your troubles easily and naturally. You know deep down you did not deserve any of it, and yet here you are. This is one of those times. Let awe and gratitude for all your blessings guide you now. So yes, it would be nice, wouldn't it? Because it's been a doozy. Relationship message, you are moving towards a deepening of intimacy in a unique and sacred partnership. You know you are meant to make this connection. This union blessed by the divine will bring transformation and beauty to the world. Oh. This is also a sign that, even more important, you are being called to a deeper intimacy with yourself and spirit. With this new development, you will see evidence of grace in your life. Prosperity message, unexpected windfalls and good fortune come your way now. You're in a phase where any difficulties or obstacles that have stymied your success seem to disappear on their own. Be ready to receive. The windows of opportunity will open wide. Accept the blessings given to you now, and don't forget to share them. Protection message. Humility is called for now, as grace is an unearned gift. You didn't gain this by your own desires or actions. To be who you need to be, you can no longer do what you did. In a way, you have to hit rock bottom, and what is required now is nothing less than a total surrender. Then you will be blessed. So again, look, we've already hit that bottom. Probably a few bottoms, right? That's why maybe now we're finally done with that shite. Watch out before you hit rock bottom. Like I said, those don't ignore those red flags, because let me tell you, especially when dealing with people that got psychological problems, it'll totally destroy. It's like soul destroying. It's because, again, especially dealing with narcissists, the whole thing, it was a lie. Again, every word, every moment, every memory is tainted. Every moment is just. I said it's an experience I wouldn't wish on anyone. And yet I've had many, not many, but enough. Throughout my lifetime. I mean, and again, they're everywhere. So better start to learn to recognize the signs of troubled minds, because, again, they're everywhere. And they will take you down with them if they can. Breathe. Essential meanings: patience, waiting, going slowly, wellness, meditation, and trust. The Oracle's message: patience in all things is called for right now. Like, how much more patience? The patience, the call for patience, it's never ending. What do you need to do when you're in a rush? Slow down, of course. Meditate and trust. Breathe and repeat. Humans cannot exist without drawing breath. Now's the time to allow the life-giving element of air to replenish your body, your being, and your very essence. Stop to smell the roses. Breathe in the sunlight and release the darkness, and miracles will appear. Relationship message: don't be in too much of a hurry right now. The heart needs time to open. Take a breath and let nature take its course. Release constriction and anxiety, for there is no need for tension. Savor the moment. Let it bathe in the moonlight, as Michael used to say. Right? Savor the moment, and the waiting won't prove difficult. Your heart knows what the ego often resists learning. Patience pays off in deep and meaningful ways. Prosperity message: you have worked long and hard. Okay? Your dreams are coming to fruition, and you want to hurry things along. You are the slow one, moving languidly yet still progressing right now, in a rhythm dictated by your authentic nature, the essence of your dream, and the will of the universe. Slow and steady wins the race. You will indeed win if you relax, stay the course, and trust your intuition and breathe. Protection message: inertia, laziness, and apathy are signs of not slowing down, but of decay and lifelessness. Wake up and do something to shake this off. Go outside with some air. Walk in nature will remind you that all of life is ensouled and magical. Get some exercise. Move out of your head and into your body, and breathe in deeply. Each breath is precious. So yes, this is definitely need to move around because, you know, we can get all kinds of stuck energy wise. Body gets all tight. Like, gotta get on a usual routine. Dedicating certain time in the day for meditation, yoga, walk, whatever it is. So I will pause the video here and then we will do the each signs separately. So stay tuned. Oh, turn around for a second and then it's on. Okay, so here's the continuation. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars. You know, that's the romance areas there. Or whatever other house or area you got in your chart, where the Pisces is. But mostly those are what we're looking at. Let us start with New Moon in Virgo. Isn't that what we're in now? I think so. I have to check astrology stuff. Again, I gotta learn more about these things. I know, but I mentioned before in my other readings. There's some people that I watch. The Divine Debut 11 lady. She touches on astrology stuff. Varush also does astrology stuff. Of course, is Leo King. Who else? That's all I can think of for now. But like to learn the astrology aspects of what's going on. I know there's a lot of stuff happening between now and the end of the year even. And even next year is supposed to be something. It's a 6 year. So again, a lot of fated meetings, unions supposed to be happening, this kind of stuff. Twin flame, soulmate, things. And again, a lot of cycles have ended, which is where, again, we're testing out our sea legs in regards to the karmic lessons that we learned in the past and allowing ourselves, again, to be open to new situations and things and get out of the cave and go out in the world, but again, applying what we've learned. And maybe we're in the process of tackling certain areas of certain things, wanting things to move faster than they are, but instead needing to appreciate the time and the pace that it's at, because for some of the things, you know, if they showed up tomorrow, you ready? In truth, or would this time prove fruitful for one to prepare? Which has kind of been the theme as we had to chop wood in the message. One of the ones in feminine, I can't remember. I don't know if I'm coming or going. You know what I'm saying? But here it says a time to give rather than take. So I don't think anybody's taking, but what it means is probably to give rather than receive at this moment. Again, whatever we're working on, whatever's on its way in, allowing things to unfold in their natural time and not trying to rush, you know. And in the meantime, do stuff, give to yourself, give to your projects, give to other areas of your life, and whatever's meant to be coming in or whatever's meant that's supposed to be received, it will come in its own time. So the theme is just about chilling out and not letting fear or self-worth thoughts, you know, stinking thinking, whatever. Everything's a test, everything's a lesson, everything's an opportunity to learn, expand, grow, release, and let go of the control of having to have everything look like, be like, because of these standards that have been set in our minds due to our belief systems based on the conditioning of this society that we live in that dictates what is what and what you should have by this age or how you should look, or you know what I'm saying? It's all bullshit at the end of the day. As long as you're working on yourself, as long as you're making steps every day, this is, these are the important things. This is how we should be looking at our accomplishments. Like, okay, well, what did I do today for this? Yes, I've checked this off the list or whatever. And, you know, have your own standards that you hold yourself by every day, and let it be not necessarily the standards of what society says, or you know what I'm saying, because society is lost. When I love someone, I need them to make me feel better about myself. Again, get out of this. We got the self-worth over here. Come on over here. Come on. What is this? I say it because I'm a Pisces, and I got Pisces a lot of places in my chart. Like, what is this? Perhaps it's just a reminder. You know what I'm saying? So we don't fall back into feeling some kind of way about, you know, do you, do you focus on you? That's what I'm doing. Because look, like I said, if something showed up tomorrow, we must be honest. In some ways, we may be ready for the new adventure, or to whatever, but in some areas, we might still need some work. So again, I'm enjoying the pace that I'm at right now. It's because again, when something comes in or when stuff starts to pick off, then you'll miss the time that you had where you were doing things at your own pace. But well, we definitely need to not be getting into any kind of stinking thinking, or thinking that we need anyone else to approve of us or validate us in any kind of way. And a lot of people that are into social media and things like this, that can prey upon people's self. But again, this is all psychology. This is all designed this way to just mess people up. Why do you think they go and buy followers? Everything is such bullshit. Everything is. That's why you cannot measure any worth or value of oneself based on anything in this world, because most of it is illusion and lies anyway. Everything's fake. There's so much fake everywhere. Fake people, fake numbers, fake everything. Visuals, everything. So in a world where you can be anything, be yourself. And don't worry about having to have anybody outside of you dictate who you are, what your worth is, or what you should have or be based on whatever they think or whatever somebody else, whatever. My self-esteem and self-love are the same whether I'm in a relationship or not. You damn skip it. Damn skip it. You get over stuff. And those jumping through hoops days, it's like that shit is over. The only thing you need to prove is to yourself, to try to be better than you were the day before, and not being hard on yourself for anything past, because past can't be changed. So you know what I'm saying? Third eye chakra. It is safe for you to see the energy of love in all its forms, such as angels, auras, and visions. So this is again about seeing shit for what it is. It's like that eye is open. I see everything and everybody. No flies on me. And being open again to expanded perspectives and new information that may help us and guide us along this yellow brick road. Shield yourself. Protect yourself from harsher fear-based energies by envisioning a cocoon of healing light surrounding you. Yes. Definitely protect your energy, because there's a lot of energy vampires out there that come in various forms, whether they be other people or social media. Again, things that try to get into your mind and alter your perceptions or your emotions and have you all jacked up. Protect oneself. Books. Your life purpose involves writing, reading, editing, or selling spiritually based books. So for some, whether these are you learning new things, studying new things, again, that focus on healing, or again, perhaps writing about your experiences to help others. So something about books, keeping a journal even, writing, keeping something where you write down things that you're grateful for each day. Try to put out, because it's the little things that add up. The little pebbles. Look at the beach, right? All those tiny, tiny grains of sand all form the beach, right? These tiny little grains. So if you invest every day in these tiny little things, eventually you'll have a beach. You know? Let's look over here. All is well. Archangel Jeremiel. Everything is happening exactly as it's supposed to, with hidden blessings. You will soon understand. So they keep telling us. Courage, Archangel Ariel. Be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. Oh, you better believe it. The voiceless is not something one should ever be, in regards to especially standing up for yourself, standing in integrity and for truth and for justice and for the greater good. And I don't mean the greater good in the way, again, you got to be careful with words, because words can be illusions, words can be manipulated, neurolinguistic programming. Watch how people try to paint pictures and sell ideas as being for the greater good of things, or what, because sometimes, again, like I said, watch out for wolves in sheep's clothing, because a lot of people like to sell you a dream that sounds wonderful. It turns out to be a nightmare. As I've gone on a thing, but you know what I'm saying. You have to, you know, discern. In some ways, a sentence can mean one thing, and the same words can be spoken, but the intention behind it could be something else. So again, just be careful. Artist, engaging in artistic activities is beneficial to your career and every other area of your life. So perhaps some of you are creative. Again, you're working on projects, you're working on things. That's what I'm doing. Trying to keep myself busy, trying to keep myself productive. I work at my own pace. Again, I got, chronic health problems. I have injuries that like act up. And let me tell you, doing anything with my hands or again at a computer, editing and doing all that stuff, I definitely suffer from my from my art. or even sitting, the circulation problems. So again, not that I want to get on my whole health stuff, but you still, when you're called to do something, I guess you suffer through a little, and maybe you get a little bonus from the universe. Maybe again, that's why they're trying to hook you up with a little something that's for all of your usual giving nature. You will finally have some good things coming in, whether it's your projects taking off or whatever it is. New opportunities, even just to find some inner peace. But definitely have a creative outlet, finish your projects, believe in yourself, you know? At the end of the day, if you like it, hey. And if a few other people like it, hey. It isn't always about numbers, it's quality, not quantity. So, and again, don't judge yourself, don't feel like you're not good enough, or maybe whatever. Honor yourself, honor your abilities, honor your talents, and don't shit talk yourself. Don't put yourself down. Don't make yourself small. Because, sometimes one can have a tendency to do that. Again, when we've come from abusive situations, through childhood, whatever it is, your self-worth. It's a constant battle to fight the voice in one's head that wants to argue for your limitations. Or again, make you feel less than. Especially if you're looking for outside validation and not getting it, then that will feed that monster even more. Again, we gotta get, it's a lie. It's a lie and it's an illusion. You are worthy because you are. Plain and simple. You're a child of the universe. You came into this world to learn lessons, to grow, to expand. Yeah, you're going to go through a lot of shit. Probably the more shit you've been through, the bigger the blessing. If you, again, have overcome and persevered and learned, etc. But this is something that everyone struggles with. Even the people that act like, like they got it all together. Everybody struggles with this. Because everybody's got an inner child in them that probably has had some kind of wounding, and it plays a part again throughout one's whole life. It's a constant effort to not fall back into stinking thinking, and to again believe in oneself, and not the lie that you're not worthy of anything or good enough or whatever it is. Right? Inspiration, message, people, events, and material objects beyond your frame or reference are being drawn to you. Aim higher, for you will draw even greater experiences into your life. Allow your energy to grow. Receiving is an action. This is again about loving yourself and not settling for less. Nipping shit in the bud. As soon as you start to sense some kind of familiarity in regards to how other people might be showing up, or how other, again, because it's not to say just because you learn a lesson that shit won't repeat, because it will. It will always test you to see if you fall back into those patterns of chasing people, telling yourself you're not good enough, or argue for reasons why you can't have or you'll never have. Some things you may not never have. You know, one has to be realistic, but that doesn't mean that it's like the end of the world. There are so many other things out there, you know. If you can't do a particular thing because of a particular reason and there's no way to work around that, why focus on that? Because then it makes everything else seem doomed to fail, right? We have to learn to approach things as stepping stones. Sometimes one stone isn't so good, one might seem a little slippery. You know, it's finding alternate paths, but continuously moving on the path and not allowing ourselves to get in ruts or be stagnant or not investing in ourselves because again we're in the lowest or waiting on other people to again come into the picture so that our lives can begin. Like that shit is just every day we need to be investing in ourselves, and your self-worth will grow like the grains on the beach. Personal inquiry: how do I relate to the word deserving? Am I ready to allow myself to receive what others may not? And again, also sometimes it's fear of success. People self-sabotage because again, they can't even believe that something good comes. That's why again, you got a lot of times when we're dealing with like relationship kind of stuff. Who you know you're in dysfunction or you have some stuff again when you tend to go for people that you constantly got to chase. Again, that needing to prove my worth with pick me shit, because somehow then again that validates that whatever, right? So I'm like I'm lost my train with that. I don't even remember what I was going to say now. But obviously, if it's meant to come back, it will. Oh, I was talking about self-sabotaging, right? Pushing things away because, again, we're fearing the worst. Or we have a hard time believing, you know, or when people show up that actually are not people that you have to chase or prove whatever to. Usually people aren't interested in those types, right? That's what I said. You know when you've got some wounding or something to so where you find those types boring, or you find because you're so used to being the one having to pursue and prove and chase and jump through hoops and wait and play games and just be in a constant state of not knowing where you stand with people. So then when you got genuine people come up and trying to invest in you and trying to whatever, it can throw you off or you run from it because it's too real. You'd rather be in the lack place where you're like begging. Fuck that shit. Pardon my French. But like I said, usually if you've been put through a situation again that like completely destroyed you, because we have the tower here, this doesn't necessarily mean something from the past, but when you have something with the dam broke and everything just because you weren't valuing yourself enough, again you compromised to the point of your own demise. Going through that whole reflecting on childhood wounds, and again, how did I get here, and how do I keep finding ending up with these same types, or whatever it is, thinking I'm a good person or whatever, but I keep finding myself with, because again, this was lacking somewhere. Because you shouldn't have to jump through hoops, be a doormat, play yourself small, walk on eggshells, whatever it is for anybody. Know your worth. And don't push people or situations that may come to you out of fear, or because again you're so used to again having to jump through the hoops. Key ideas: greater knowledge, innocent curiosity, being rewarded, receiving divine love. Keywords are faith, self-love, and value. Right? So there you have it. And here we have the Five of Wands in the Tower. So again, people might be just having inner conflict, right? Feeling at odds with others, feeling like everything's falling apart. You got people falling out of the tower here. They're all, you know. It also speaks about competition, feeling like you got to fight for everything, perhaps, and nothing ever seems to get built, right? Constantly trying and failing, constantly putting in efforts and nothing manifesting. Feeling conflicted. Again, we don't know what's it going to take to build this tower and have it stand, whatever that may be. A business, uh, anything. And so you might even be conflicted about moving situations. That's another thing, right? Or conflicted again, just within oneself. Feeling again like everything's falling apart, right? Now, fives again speak about change. So even just that feeling of being in a new cycle or knowing something is coming in might have us again fearful that it's going to be something that's going to be disastrous again, right? But we can't think that way. There needs to be some enthusiasm, right? Some brainstorming, some problem solving to try to again either finding ways to get out of our own way and our own stinking thinking and finding different stepping stones, paths that we can take to reach a goal or a destination that we may have for ourselves, right? Now, you had to breathe. So in the overall, so again, there might be again feeling a little stressed, feeling a little rattled, feeling a little unsure, feeling like you don't have any steady grounding. Again, some people might again be wondering, they don't know if they're coming and going as far as moving house, relocating. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on with housing and stuff as well right now for some people. And a lot of people are worried about their living situations, right? This is also speaking about having scattered energy. Again, feeling all over the place. Or having too many unfinished projects or too many, things started and not finished, which is probably why we can't build anything because you need to focus perhaps on one thing at a time and help to try to build that up, whatever that may be for you, right? Um, Again, false thoughts or beliefs. Because really, you are represented as the house. This is the house that your soul lives in. It's like, sometimes we need to clean up our own house, whether that be in the attic, in our minds, in the heart space, whatever it is. cleaning house, opening the windows and allowing fresh air and energy to come through, to allow for, again, new experiences, and getting out of our fears and our stinking thinkings, and our being all over the place, so that we can find some balance, some stability, some grounding to build upon, right? Some might be feeling like they've hit rock bottom. For some, that there might be, because again, we had the reality check cards. I mean, that might be a current situation that one is going through, not necessarily something from, again, everybody's at different phases. So this could be a current, even personal relationship that you're having a hard time with, things are falling apart, and that you're having to learn about self-worth and value and settling for less. Again, this is everybody's, you know, um, but either way, it's creating an awakening, because again, when the tower crumbles, it's never built up the same way again. It's not intended to be, you know. It's meant to be new. Because even if you try to put it back, you probably got holes, you know, pieces that don't go all the way, some that are missing that you don't even know what happened to them. You know, this is just life, right? So it's better to just get rid of it and build fresh. And here we have open your heart. I allow myself to feel the full range of emotions, especially all the forms of love. Again, opening up the windows, clearing out the energy, so that we can be open to new experiences, right? And being in the present moment. I am fully present in the here and now. Not in the past, not fearful of the future. And here, let's do the thinking first. This is our cognitive behavioral therapy. Do it now. When you find yourself putting off something you need to do, notice if you're telling yourself you'll do it when you feel like it. If you don't feel like doing it now, then you probably won't want to do it later either. See what it's like to take care of it right away, regardless of your feelings, just because it needs to be done. This is what I talked about, having a lot of unfinished things. You know, you keep walking by it, or you keep ignoring it, or you know, you move on to something else. Maybe something needs to be finished, something needs to be completed, something needs to be tended to, because maybe that will help you in your next phase, especially if it involves creating products or writing books or whatever it is. You got to finish it to get it out there, right? You got to, you know, shifting your comparisons. Notice today when you're comparing yourself unfavorably to others' good fortunes or successes. Again, didn't I just talk about that? About how numbers and social media and other people that might be doing similar things to you, and you see how they're whatever, and so you might be thinking about, or maybe I need to be more like them, or change whatever, or do the gimmicky thing, or whatever it is that you feel that somebody else is doing or having, that, you know, when we compare ourselves, everybody, again, you don't know what people's karma is, you don't know what people's journeys are, you don't know, is a lot of people don't even know what their own is, which is why they let this come into play. And always remember too that, you know, the harder your life, or the more harder it is to accomplish things, it's the test of will, it's the test of belief in oneself. It's also just enjoying something for what it is. Even again, if you sit back and you're the only one that finds happiness in it, then it did something, right? We can't compare. No comparing. No need to, again, fake it, or buy numbers so that, you know, you appear, or what, you know. I always just let it be natural. It is what it is. I'm not buying nothing. I'm not faking nothing. I'm over it. Right? These comparisons are often painful and trigger feelings of envy and inadequacy. Then expand the frame. Who is worse off than you? What do you have, or what have you accomplished that others might admire or even envy? What happens emotionally when you make this mental shift? So again, changing one's perspective in regards to what is thought of as success or what have you. Because again, we live in a fake world. And a lot of the things that you see as far as on social media that one is comparing oneself to, not to say all of it, but a good majority of it, isn't all it's posted to be, if you know what I'm saying. Then you have act. Act now. Think of one thing you've really wanted to do that you've put on hold, like writing that book. Look at it again. See, look. Whatever it is. There's some projects, there's something that we're putting off. You know? Perhaps you told yourself that it won't be the right time until you feel better, aren't so busy, are less anxious, and so forth. If you're unable to do it now, then why wait for the perfect time? Choose to take the first step today. Includes, finding a better job or starting to date or whatever it is. Batch actions. Notice any opportunities to reduce your overall workload by doing bigger batches of repetitive tasks at home or at work. For example, cut up vegetables at the beginning of the week that you use over the next few days rather than cutting a small amount of vegetables every day. Reinvest the time you save into your important relationships as well. So it's about having balance, right? In making the most out of your time, whether that's making a schedule and sticking to it so that, again, you're not putting too much effort into one thing and not enough into others, or so that you can better just pace yourself so that you're not overwhelmed, feeling burnt out, falling into negative anything, right? Do what matters. Write down your most important values. For example, perhaps you value value serving others or sharing love with family. Now take a look at your schedule for the week. Do you spend a lot of your time on things you deeply care about? Or do you do urgent or trivial things crowd out what's important? Find one way today to align your calendar with your values. And just speak about making a schedule. Am I like getting ahead of myself here or what? Let go of judgments. Our minds are continually judging whether situations are for us or against us. Again, being all in my heads. Why am I always struggling? Oh, it must be because I'm not good enough. Whatever it is. See, for example, green lights and generous people are good, whereas red lights and irritating people are bad. See if it's possible today to let go of any automatic judgments, opening instead to what is in front of you. Allow yourself to experience reality as it is. That's why they had the third eye that you had there. See shit for what it is, not what we imagine it to be or tell ourselves, the lies that we tell ourselves. Let's see. Let's get a few chakras here. What else do you have for Pisces for the rest of the month of September? What else do you have for Pisces? Strength. Strength comes from your connection to the root of your being. You had courage here, strength. And you got love. Love is a verb, so make it your most treasured action. Again, the heart chakra, opening your heart. Didn't you have that one there? This is the repetitive theme. Not shutting oneself down because we're fearing the worst. Oneness. You are part of the universe and always will be. That is your crown chakra. Truth. Speak from your heart. It is the only thing worth listening to. Throat chakra. And then we'll grab a few of these. Birth. Like the death card, right? Death and rebirth. Transformation. Building upon something new. Building oneself. Reconstructing oneself. Changing something about oneself. Something maybe that we don't like. Or again, that's getting physically fit. Giving birth to our ideas. Again, finishing our projects so that we can give them out to the world. Some of you might be getting ready to have a baby. All kinds of possibilities with the birth card. Apply it as it may fit your situation. Understanding. Again, understanding the bigger picture. Why things happen. What is it about us that keeps showing up in the same manner that doesn't serve us, or allowing others to do that? Synthesis. So I guess this is when everything flows nicely. Am I understanding synthesis right? Now let's get some inner child cards here. Daily positive affirmation for our inner child. I am helpful. I'm going to look for opportunities to help others today. What other messages for the inner child do we have? What other messages for the inner child do we have for Pisces for the rest of September? I am mindful. I'm going to sit still, engage my 5 senses, and describe how I feel in this moment. One more. I am happy. I'm going to list 3 things that make me smile today. And a couple of these, and that's it. I accept my uniqueness. There is no competition and no comparison, for we are all different and meant to be that way. I am special and wonderful. I love myself. Anything else for Pisces? Freedom is my divine right. I am free to think wonderful thoughts. I move beyond past limitations into freedom. I am now becoming all that I am created to be. And there you have it. And that's your reading for the rest of September. And until next time, take care. Pisces, I forgot your romance cards for the romance part of it. So let us get the romance cards for Pisces for the rest of September. What messages do you have for Pisces for the rest of September in regards to romance? Love yourself first. This is the reality check for everybody. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Anything else for Pisces? Past life relationship. You've known each other before, so something might be having you from the past creeping back around. And perhaps they like your newfound self-respect. Your how you've changed. Past people like when you've changed. Especially if it's something where a situation where both people have changed. This is what you hope. And not just someone coming to smell the aroma of your new flowering rose. But theirs is still a weed. You say, watch out. Love yourself first. Don't settle for less. Don't be a hungry heart settling for crumbs. Give people time to prove themselves, especially if it's any past situations, claiming to have changed or to have whatever. Because especially if it's any narcissists from the past, because they never change. Don't fall for that one. But again, something from the past perhaps is going to be coming around. past in this life or a past life person that you haven't met yet. And now, since you've healed from whatever, we need to keep that same energy when this new situation, new but old situation, presents itself. Anything else for Pisces? Nope, another one here. Uh-oh, uh-oh. I say uh-oh because I'm a Pisces. Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Who is it? Who is it? Is it a friend of mine? Or is it that arsehole that I don't want to see again? Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Perhaps someone is going to want to spend some time to reconnect or get to know you here. But again, make sure we maintain our new sea legs and not retreat to past self-sabotatory behaviors. You know what I'm saying? This is also might be just a time for you to be focusing on yourself right now until this situation blows in. And then you have make the effort. Great love is worth taking. Steps you're guided to take. And you got 3 more here. Jeez Louise. Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level commitment. So again, there might be a potential for something to come about that's good, because you had the breathe and the blessed as well. Remember, let your friends happen. Can I get a word? Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So if you're needing assistance, or maybe someone coming from the past likes what they see, likes how you've changed, perhaps wants to come in and offer some assistance, or just wants to be a support system for you, or you be support for each other, which is, how it should be. But so that, one isn't going oh solo mio, depending on one situation. A lot of people have been in hermit mode for a long time, and now perhaps in the near future we won't be. And we're needing to be open to giving things the chance. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. And then honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday. Holiday time together. Woo! Boy, I must need a nap. We have here again honeymoon and retreat. So again, spending some time getting away. Holidays are coming. So perhaps something's going to be rolling in. But we still need to pay attention to the red flags. Trust. Worth waiting for. Stay optimistic. Chemistry. This could be the one. Soulmate. Religious factors. Very soon. True love. Maybe the signs are cautioning you to don't mess it up. Again, falling back on self-sabotatory stuff. Right? The universe is trying to give you signs that something's rolling in. You better get it together. Make the effort so that things can change. And on that note, there's your romance section. Until next time, take care.